Steve, all of your starters were positive in the plus minus, and all of your reserves, I guess, except for Moses, were double digit in the minus. Is that to you kind of the story of the game, or were there some other things that do more important than that?
No, I think the story of the game is just our lack of defensive intensity from the start. You know, they scored 40 points in the first quarter. And so they got into such a great rhythm, and they were clearly the aggressors. We expected them to come out and play like this because of their loss, you know, in Utah a couple nights ago. So I thought they just came out with way more force than we did and set the tone. And then at that point, it's tough playing upstream against a great team. And I loved our effort in the second half. I thought our guys competed and gave ourselves a chance. And it was just, you know, too much to overcome after, you know, falling behind by 20. The second unit stuff, that's going to all shake out here over the next few weeks. Like, we don't have a set rotation yet. We're trying a lot of different people, you know, and it's affected also by the minutes of restriction for Clay and Draymond. So that's going to take a little while to sort out. But I thought the effort overall in the second half was what was lacking in the first, and that's what was what put us, you know, in trouble tonight.
Was that a design pick and pop three for Clay and kind of on that last possession? And then, I mean, I guess, did you like the shot?
It was, it was just like a little hit and handbag type play. And, you know, you're just trying to confuse the defense and maybe get a mix up on a switch. And at that point, if you have an open three, you know, down three, no timeouts left, you know, you go ahead and take, especially Clay. I mean, he's hit that shot many times. So it was, you know, I'll take a look at the film. It was a decent look under the circumstances. Maybe not the best one, but one I'll definitely live with. You know, Klay Thompson shooting an open three, albeit pretty deep.
Steve, what did you get from Draymond tonight?
I thought Draymond was fantastic. Energy was great. Just played so hard, pushed the ball, 9 assists. His defense was really on point. So great effort from him. And like I said, we got a lot of really good individual efforts in the second half. You know, once we fell behind, our guys showed how competitive they are. And, you know, this was kind of a good game for us, to be honest with you. I feel like we got over a little bit of a hump conditioning wise. We hadn't played a game like this yet. We needed to bump guys up and get them into high minutes, and not just the total minutes, but the type of minutes they were. That was a you know, physical, high intensity game. So we needed that. I think we'll be better for it going forward.
Jordan only took 5 shots, I think, and did have 7 assists. But was that maybe one time where the defense was playing him because he now has credibility in this league? Did you see maybe some defensive attention on him?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they were putting a lot of pressure on him on pick and roll. Denver did a really good job, you know, in this offseason, adding Bruce Brown and KCP, 2 big physical defenders in the backcourt. I thought they did a good job on Jordan. And, you know, with our second unit, we're still in the midst of sort of finding an identity with that group, and that'll help Jordan. But in the meantime, he's going to have a target on his back. That's what happens when you get really good and, you know, win a championship and play like he did in the playoffs and sign a big contract. This is how it works. So we'll try to help him. And we'll start finding an identity with that second unit, and he'll be playing with both groups, and he'll be fine.
One of the things you seem to be trying to sort out with that second unit is you want Kuminga at the 3 in the first half, replaced him with Moody in the second half. Is that maybe the pivot point right now with that second you're trying to figure out most? Yeah,
I mean, I think you know, that group played pretty well together in the preseason with J.K. and Jamichael and James, and so we wanted to give it a look. I felt like at halftime, I think our coaches felt like we just needed more spacing with that group, so we went to Moses instead of J.K. And Moses came in, did a really good job. So again, we're going to be looking at different combinations and trying different things, and of course, we're not always going to be perfectly healthy. So guys are going to get their opportunities, but we've got to find our identity as a team with that second group.
Steve, James from Sky New Zealand. Just a question about Nikola Jokic. Do you think is defending against a 7-foot point guard your kryptonite? And what can teams do about that?
He's everybody's kryptonite. I mean, or I guess, is that the right analogy? I don't know. He is, two-time MVP for a reason. I mean, the guy's a phenomenal player, and he just makes the game so much easier on his teammates. And they've done a really good job in Denver the last few years, building their roster, building an identity. And so, yeah, Jokic is Jokic. I don't know of any other team that gives him a hard time. So,
hey, Steve, with about 2 minutes left, Steph inbounded the ball to Draymond. He was in the corner. And you had some, better shooters on the floor. Were you happy with that play call? Do you feel like something better could have been done there?
Which one was it? Full court or half court?
It was like down. It was like down at the Nuggets. Yeah.
It was
like
about shot clock. Yeah.
There's about like one and a half seconds left.
1.5 seconds. It's a little tough, but yeah, we look for a couple things out of that set, and Draymond got a decent look. It was close, so you live with that. Thanks.